Welcome back to the Ryoko Show. I'm so glad you're here with me today as we wrap up the year and take a moment to reflect. Whether this year has been full of challenge, wins, or mix of both, this is a chance to pause and reconnect with yourself and align with your true self. In today's episode, we are going to explore a simple year-end reflection process. We'll revisit moments when you felt true to yourself and also times you didn't. Together, we'll uncover how societal pressures may have played a role in your choices, and we'll use that awareness to set intentions for the new year. By the end of this episode, my hope is that you feel more energized to step into 2025 with authenticity, self-compassion, and clarity. So grab a journal or just listen along and reflect as we go. Let's dive in. Let's start by thinking back on this past year. I want you to ask yourself, when did I feel most like myself? Think about those moments when you felt free, happy, and aligned with your true values. Maybe it was a conversation where you spoke your truth, a project that lit you up, or even a quiet moment when you felt at peace. These moments are special because they remind us who we are at our core. Take a moment now to reflect. Close your eyes if that helps and imagine these moments. Picture what you were doing, who you are with, and how you felt. And really feel that energy and joy again. Was it during a trip, an accomplishment, or just a moment of quiet contentment? For example, I took a big leap this year and moved from a city I called home for 12 years to a bigger city. Leaving behind the stability I'd built wasn't easy. There was the packing, finding a new place to live, and hearing from friends how expensive and crowded the new city would be. But deep down, I knew I had to follow my heart. I wanted to experience a bigger, a more dynamic city, the one that would challenge and energize me. And now that I'm here, I feel more alive, just like when I lived in Mexico City, a place I absolutely loved for its vibrancy and endless things to explore. And this challenge reminded me that when I'm aligned with my purpose, everything flows naturally. And these moments are powerful because they show us who we truly are when we are not influenced by external expectations or opinions. Now let's shift perspective a bit. Ask yourself, were there moments when I wasn't true to myself this year? Maybe you said yes when you wanted to say no, or held back your opinion to avoid conflict. These moments are not about judgment, and they are about learning and growth. Think about what influenced those choices. Was it fear of rejection, a desire to fit in? Sometimes societal pressures or the opinions of others can steer us away from our truth. When you look back, do you notice patterns in how you made decisions that weren't in alignment with who you truly are? There was a moment in this year I agreed to go out on the weekend to catch up with a friend I hadn't seen for a while, even though I really just wanted to relax at home. I had been so busy and all I craved was some quiet time to recharge. But I didn't want to disappoint my friend, so I said yes. Even though I'm glad I spent time with her, I realized that sometimes it's okay to honor my need for rest and not push myself to socialize when I'm feeling really tired. It wasn't a huge thing, but it made me think about how often we say yes out of obligation rather than genuine desire. Recognizing these moments isn't about feeling guilty. It's about understanding where you can grow. It's a chance to honor yourself more moving forward and be more mindful of your needs. What can you learn from these moments? Let's dive deeper into next step. Think about what truly matters to you, your core values. What are the things that guide your decisions and actions? Is it honesty, creativity, connection, or something else? When you are clear on your values, making decisions that align with your authentic self becomes much easier. If you're not sure what your core values are, let's explore that. Think about what lights you up, or on the flip side, what frustrates or drains you. For example, if broken promises bother you deeply, then liability or integrity might be core values of yours. On the other hand, if you find joy in creating and expressing yourself, Creativity might be one of your top values. Take a moment now to identify 3 to 5 core values that resonate with you. You can jot them down or just hold them in your mind. And these values will serve you as a guide for you as you move into next year. When you make choices, big or small, align them with your core values will help you stay true to who you are. Before we move forward, let's take a moment to celebrate you. What are some of those strengths you've shown this year? Maybe you were resilient during a tough time, kind when it mattered most, or brave enough to try something new. Acknowledge those moments when you stood in your own power. I know it's easy to focus on what we didn't do, but it's important to remember how far you've come. Even the smallest wins deserve recognition because they add up to big growth over time. One of my favorite practices is to write a gratitude letter to myself. It's a way of saying, thank you for showing up this year, even when it was hard. I encourage you to try that too. Whether you write it down or simply reflect on it in your mind. Take a moment now to think about one strength you're proud of. What's something you did this year that you can truly appreciate about yourself? Finally, let's look ahead to the new year. Instead of focusing on resolutions, which can be sometimes feel like pressure, let's set intentions. Intentions come from a place of self-compassion and growth rather than perfection. So ask yourself, how do I want to feel in the new year? Maybe you want to feel more free, more confident, or more at peace. What is that feeling you're craving? How can you move toward it? Think about 1 or 2 small actions you can take to align with that feeling. For example, if you want to feel more confident, you might want to start by celebrating small wins daily or speaking up in one meeting a week. Remember, it's about baby steps. Small, consistent actions lead to big changes over time. So as you think about the year ahead, what is one thing that you can commit to that will bring you closer to the way you want to feel? As we wrap up today's reflection, I want to congratulate you for taking the time to reconnect with yourself. And this process of reflection is such a gift, and I hope you feel inspired to step into 2025 with clarity, authenticity, and compassion for yourself. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, rate, and review, and share it with your friends or family if you think they could benefit. Until next time, keep shining.